guys, and welcome here to our SCN Selection Sunday show. I'm Brian Hummel here. I apologize for showing the computer screen. I'm just trying to get some things situated here. Of course, we want to welcome you if you are watching. Of course, if you're just tuning into CBS, they just finished the yeah, of course. Oh, there we are. All right, we're live, of course. If you're just tuning into CBS, they're just getting started with the Selection Sunday stuff. Ohio State, Illinois had a very big thriller to end the Big Ten tournament. Illinois won. I do believe they will be a number one seed. Don't quote me on it, but I think they're going to be a number one seed, maybe a number two. So, of course, that's good. Sorry, I got to turn the volume down on my phone. I don't want a copyright strike, guys. So, anyway, we're glad you're joining us. Of course, we're really happy you're joining us. The other thing that was interesting, so I will tell you some of the surprises, is that Georgetown is going to be in the tournament. So I want to congratulate Georgetown on getting in. Wow. That's all I can say about them is wow. Well, I just got to pull up the Selection Sunday show on my thing. Of course, we're kind of running behind here. I kind of fell asleep and just woke up, so I know, too much information, but all right.
Moving rural health care. First Lady Jill Biden, Vice President.
All right, so that way I can see the stream on my YouTube. That's why I'm going for it. So unfortunately, I couldn't quite find. Alright, so unfortunately I couldn't quite find the conference winners, but here we go. They are live for the selection show. So one thing that shocked me, and if you are in our Discord, I mentioned it earlier, but Andy Katz believes Syracuse is in. I'd be shocked, and I'm praying for it, but do they deserve to be there? No. Georgetown, I will tell you, Georgetown did not deserve to be there. I will stress it again. Georgetown did not deserve to get in. However, they did earn their way in. Based on their regular season, they showed up when they showed up at just the right time. Hence why they deserve to be there. But they didn't based on the regular season. So that is why they're not there, and personally, I don't believe they deserve to be for the regular season, but for the tournament, the Big East tournament, they deserve to be there. And of course, another big thing about the Big East tournament, don't discredit them. You know, they may not get the respect that a Power 5 school gets, but this is, without question, a power conference. So consider basketball a Power 6. All right, so Gonzaga is in as the number one overall seed in the West region, and they will play either Norfolk State or Appalachian State. They are in the first four, it looks like. That, of course, will be on Saturday. Sorry, I'm just waiting to see if there are any surprises. Here, of course, looks like Oklahoma got in as the 8th seed. The Sooners. Ole Mizzou, they are in too. Andy Katz had Creighton and Syracuse playing, but Creighton is in. Okay, UC Santa Barbara. That should be a good matchup. 22-4 was UC. Creighton was 20-8, and of course Creighton lost to Georgetown, but they deserve to be in. So the first Big East team is in. I'm shocked Virginia is going to be in, though, because of the COVID issues. They may have to withdraw. Of course, another big thing with this tournament is that nobody is solidified yet. Of course, Tuesday the final bracket will be out. This is kind of a weird tournament, of course. So this is a very weird tournament from the standpoint of the teams are revealed. The 68 teams are revealed, but they are not the 68 teams that are going to compete because, of course, they have to meet COVID protocols before the tournament begins. And, of course, if they don't meet it by Tuesday at 6, they have a replacement team that comes in. Wichita State is in. Yeah, sorry, I'm just sitting here and watching, and of course, I'm trying not to share too much quite yet because I don't want to get a broadcasting copyright strike, but I'm just kind of watching through. Eastern Washington is going to play Kansas, it looks like. Oregon and VCU, and I mentioned it a few weeks ago, keep your eyes on VCU. They will for sure make a run at this. I hope Bonaventure's in, though. They deserve to be in this tournament. Iowa, of course, is in. Iowa had a great year. I'm not shocked they got a number 2 seed. They were really strong all year, and I gave them a lot of crap earlier this year. But congratulations to them. Grand Canyon's in too. Not much of a surprise, but good for them. They're very happy, as you can tell. 15 seed. They might have a shot. A slim shot, but they've got one. And if you're tuning in and you're wondering, where's Jason, where's Zach? Jason is not here tonight. Unfortunately, he couldn't be. But we are here. I'm here. And if you don't like me, I'm sorry. Alright, so the West region is taken care of. Of course, the entire tournament, though, will take place in Indy. So very exciting. So one bracket is done, or one part of it is done. And again, I'm just cautiously and optimistically waiting. Got my Syracuse gear. I doubt they're going to get in. I don't think they deserve to be in. But if they get in, I won't be shocked. Another prediction I made earlier. So another prediction I made days ago is I said the Big 12 will have the most teams in the tournament. And of course, we'll get hopefully a final answer after the rest of the bracket is revealed. Hopefully we'll have a full answer for you and see if my prediction was right. Of course, I think the Big East now is going to have a lot more schools, so the Big East is going to make a run at this. I don't foresee the ACC having many teams. The Pac-12 might not have too many. Seeing that the A-10's already got VCU, and it is widely expected that St. Bonaventure is going to get in. I don't see any way around it. BYU is going to get in from the Gonzaga division or conference. There's just no ways around that. They're going to be in. There we go. All right. Sorry, you got to see my face a little bit bigger this time. Figure it's a little more professional. So what's up, guys? All right. Sorry, they're still in commercial, so All right. Let's see. Yeah, so obviously ESPN believes now the bracket is shook up because of Georgetown. It looks like the Pac-12 had a surprise conference winner. Of course, ESPN's Joe Lunardi, I believe, he had Wichita State out. Last team in is Utah State is what he had. And wow, he actually put Syracuse as one of the last four in. That's shocking. Again, I don't think they deserve to be in. The first four out, of course, Wichita State, Colorado State. Now, Wichita State is in. They're in the first four. So there's still a lot to be decided. Next four out is Duke, and Duke 100% deserves to be out. They have been so uncharacteristically bad this year that they don't deserve to be in. Baylor is going to get a number one seed. That's the newest breaking news now. Rightfully deserved. They've been up top all year. What's going to be interesting, though, is out of the Big Ten, who will get it? Will it be Illinois or Ohio State that gets the other number one? They'll be playing Hartford. And this is the Friday bracket, by the way, from the South region. UNC's in. Good for them. Against Wisconsin. Oh boy. Villanova's a 5 seed. Not shocked Villanova's in. That's the second Big East team that's in. There's already a Big 12 team in. That's Baylor. Big 10, Wisconsin, I believe. Purdue is in. Of course, they're going to have some home field advantage, being the Indiana team. I don't believe they'll play on their campus, but they will be having some sort of advantage. And then, of course, North Texas is in. All right. I want to welcome our viewers that are just joining us, by the way. Again, we don't normally go live here on SCN. We only do so up. Utah State is in. And Utah State was one of Lunardi's last four in. If you're Syracuse, you're kind of sitting there nervous right now. There's no way around it at this point. Arkansas is in as the 3 seed. And they're excited. The Razorbacks, I believe. This one shocks me. Colgate plays 15 games and they get in. That's a small sample size. There's another ACC team in this bracket. Ohio State is a 2 seed. So that should mean that Illinois is a number 1 seed. And Oral Roberts, which I announced on the podcast this week, was going to be in. There will be a 15. So good for them. All the campuses they got cameras on. That's great. And this is my favorite time of year, just watching that alone. Oh boy. Alright. Looks like they're taking another break. So, of Joe Lenardi's last 4 buys, VCU is in right now. That's all we know. Utah State is in. Wichita State's in. There's really nobody else in yet that's on his list. And of course, that's going to be announced. There's 2 more regions that got to be announced. But I'm shocked that Andy Katz and Joe Lenardi had Syracuse in. I'm really shocked about that. Of course, Georgetown, we don't know where Georgetown is going to slot in. And Georgetown is going to be a big bracket buster. Alright, sorry, I'm just gonna take a look. Okay, so Oregon State won the Pac-12, so they're gonna get in too over Colorado. They're gonna get in, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. So Oregon State's got a slot in somewhere too. So those 2 teams could very well bust some brackets, or bust some tournament hopes. So that's something to keep in mind, as it looks like they're coming back now. Alright, so I'm going to pull up real quick. Illinois got the #1 seed. That's awesome for them. They deserve it. And you know what? I'm happy about this. So far, I'm liking what the bracket looks like. And Illinois being a #1 seed, they deserve it. Drexel's in, of course. They will be playing against Illinois. Okay, of course, UMBC is not in yet. Loyola Chicago just got in, as expected. Again, for the A10, we're still waiting on St. Bonaventure. Georgia Tech's in. Another ACC team, and starting not to look good. If you're Syracuse, and of course Syracuse is 9-7, so that really doesn't help them. Tennessee's in, 18-8, deserved. And Oregon State, as mentioned earlier, will play them. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through. We know Virginia's going to be in. We know Florida State's going to be in. Georgia Tech just got in. If Syracuse gets in, it's going to be deep for ACC teams, and ACC may actually get the most bids. Liberty is the 13 seed. They, of course, were an automatic bid that I mentioned a few weeks ago from the ASUN, 11-2. San Diego State, I'm trying to think of what conference they're from, but telling you, the ACC may pull a surprise here with the committee. I don't think they should, but they might. I don't even know if Louisville should be in, but that's my... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, Syracuse is in. 11 seed in the Midwest region, and they will play against San Diego State. So this is going to be a deep ACC run here in the tournament. So maybe not the Big 12 after all. Morehead State's in. Last time Syracuse played San Diego State, I had to think back. It was a long time ago, and it was on a cargo ship for the U.S. Navy. And that was years ago. So that's awesome. Another ACC team just got in, Clemson. Again, I don't think Syracuse deserves to be there, but it's good that they are. And of course, Houston getting a number 2 seed. So I'm not surprised. And Cleveland State. So I can finally breathe a little bit. Winthrop, I don't think was announced yet. They should be in. I'm just going back through the standings here. We know Illinois is in. We know Iowa's in. So this last round will feature Michigan. The question will be, will Michigan be a number 1 seed as well? Still a question left to be answered. St. Bonaventure is going to be in. Alabama for sure should be in. Where will they slot? They of course will be in. They of course will have to be in this next region. And I just can't see how Alabama wouldn't be in. They've been ranked all year. James Madison, are they going to be in? Who from Conference USA is going to be in? If I missed it, I missed it. But, of course, we know the Ivy League is not participating. So that was expected. I think the Ivy League pulled out, which means there's more bids for other conferences now. So that's going to be the other question. How many of these other conferences are going to take those bids? Will it be the Power 6 conferences that took them, like the ACC, the Big East? We know the Big 12 has earned their way in. Bryant should be in. I think Bryant has, again, Syracuse played Bryant earlier this year, so they deserve to be in. And of course, when I saw them, they should have won that game. If you recall my video, they should have won that game. USC, I believe, was announced already. Oregon was for sure announced. Colorado, I believe, was announced in. Colgate is in from the Patriot League. Is Navy going to be in this bracket? So there could be 2 Patriot League teams in. SEC, again, Alabama was not announced yet. They should very well be in. We know Arkansas is in. We know Tennessee is in. And Mizzou. So there's 3 SEC teams. How many are going to be in this round coming up? We should expect Alabama. We should expect LSU in this bracket. Maybe Ole Miss. But I would say definitely expect Alabama and LSU in this bracket. And if not, I'm sorry. If not, then I'm going to be a little bit eerie about this whole bracket selection. Alright, so here we go. They're going to announce the last round of the tournament. So I'm going to pay attention to my tablet real quick. And a reminder, we will also be back here on Wednesday or Thursday this week. Jason and I will be filling out our brackets. We'll be live here to show, or we won't be live, but we will have a video that will show you our picks as far as who we think will advance in the tournament, who to expect in the champion or in the Final Four, possibly move on to win. Michigan is the final #1 seed, by the way. That was just announced. Man, Juwan Howard's done an incredible job with that program. So congratulations to them. 100% they deserve to be in. Mount St. Mary's is going to be in the first four. But so we got another Big Ten team that's in. To my knowledge, right now the ACC has the most teams in this tournament. And of course, Georgetown will be in this bracket. LSU is in this bracket. So there's your SEC team. Now, where is Alabama? Is Alabama in or out? Biggest question to be answered. And I'm going to bet they're the #2 seed. I'm going to bet they're #2 or #3. That's going to be my safe bet there. The 8 versus 9, that's going to be good. Oh, LSU and St. Bonaventure. Wow. Okay. Again, the Bonnies deserve to be in. They've earned their way in through the regular season. There's Colorado. So another Pac-12 team is in. And that's where Georgetown will slot in. And Georgetown, again, I discussed it at the top of the show. They have, they upset the Big East. And again, they made it through that tournament. They deserve to be there, 100%, based on the tournament. Based on the Big East tournament. And they knew. And also another thing about this, Georgetown might have just saved Patrick Ewing's job and his career as a head coach. Because I also said at one point, I believe, I might have said it on the show, I thought Patrick Ewing was going to be in trouble. I thought Richard Pitino was going to be in trouble. And I actually would say Mike Hopkins as well. Another ACC team got in, by the way. BYU was in from the WCC. So another team in a weak conference that's in. Michigan State and UCLA in the first four. Oh boy. I actually liked that game. Two prestigious programs against each other, but to get into the tournament, yikes. If anyone should have had to play their way in, it should have been Syracuse. So that's surprising. They always put one team in that's questionable to get in to begin with. Alright, so then we got Texas as the 3 seed. So Alabama's got to be the #2 seed. They've got to be the #2 seed. Abilene Christian. Sorry, I had a bad time pronouncing that. There we go. We got another Big East team now. So I believe we got 3 or 4 in this tournament. Pretty good for the Big East. They're starting to bounce back, especially with UConn being in that conference. We knew Maryland was going to be in, so number 2 should be, and there it is, Alabama's in. Man, you made Alabama wait. And Iona, so it's going to be Alabama versus Rick Pitino's team, Iona. That's going to be an underrated matchup, I think. You know, many people don't highlight the 2 and 15 seeds, but you're going against a Hall of Fame coach with a brand new program, and again, Rick Pitino, by all means, is one of the greatest coaches in NCAA history. But of course, so the Big Ten, so I was wrong on my predictions, by the way. So the Big Ten has 9 berths. I just missed out. So teams on standby, Louisville. I'm actually kind of glad Louisville didn't get in. I'm not going to lie. I'm really glad they didn't get in. Colorado State, St. Louis, Ole Miss. They were questionable to begin with. So the Big Ten had the most berths. That I found, this is what I find shocking, because the Big 12 had so many ranked teams and so many, so many ranked teams not even 2 weeks ago. I can't believe that. But Louisville not getting in, I think they deserve to be one of the first 4 out, because really, like, Louisville had so many COVID issues throughout the season, and I think this was the NCAA's way of getting back at them and saying, we're not letting you in this tournament easy, okay? You're now going to have to wait for us to find a space for you. Not a problem, Zach. I completely understand. Yeah, Georgetown is in. I knew you'd be excited about that. So, to be honest, I was shocked they went through that ACC or Big East tournament. Oh my gosh, I'm shocked they went through the Big East tournament like that. So, congratulations to them. I'm not a Hoyas fan by any means. Of course, being a Syracuse fan, we don't like Georgetown. So, but I can respect their run through the Big East tournament, and it was not an easy one. Okay, Creighton is a very good program. I can respect what they did. So, again, the Big Ten wins the most berths, but the ACC might have another team in, assuming that one of these teams falls out. And again, Louisville, to me, doesn't deserve to be in. Okay, they had so many games canceled due to COVID protocol breaches. I believe they had a huge maskless party on campus that costed them a lot of these games. One of them was a Syracuse game. Maybe 2 of them were. They don't deserve to be in for that. Okay, we shouldn't be rewarding the teams that broke protocol on purpose, and I'm glad the NCAA didn't reward them. They told them, you're going to have to be on standby. At the cost of getting Syracuse in the tournament, though, that's very, very questionable. Okay, that's very, very questionable. If Syracuse should have gotten in. Again, they've only beaten one ranked opponent. They did technically get screwed in the Virginia game in the ACC tournament, but I feel like giving them an NCAA March Madness berth, if that was the true reason behind why they got in, probably not a good reason to put a team in a tournament. This is not the makeup call. This is, the makeup call would have had to come at a later date, is more what I'm gonna say about that. But I don't see it as a makeup call. I'm hoping that's not what it was. But again, it's questionable, very, very questionable. If they should have gotten in, but seeing again that they didn't beat too many good opponents. But like I said, those 2 are the most surprising to me. Georgetown and Syracuse getting in. Not so much Georgetown, but more Syracuse getting in. And of course, again, the Big Ten having the most berths is the big surprise, seeing how many Big 12 teams were in. But again, takeaways from today. The Big East is a power conference. Big takeaway from the day. Apparently the Big 12 is not as strong as we thought it was. And the ACC, hey, they still got it. And I think NCAA got it right. Okay, Gonzaga, Baylor, Illinois, and Michigan. Okay, they all deserve to be number 1 seeds. They have done more than enough throughout the season to prove that. So that's the big takeaways. Ohio State, and despite that game going to overtime, okay, Ohio State deserves to be a number 2 seed. Okay, they may be one of the first out. Of course, we'll talk more about who we think is going to move on. We're going to talk more about our brackets later in the week. So please stay tuned for that. Sorry I had to fly solo. Now, the question is, oh man, so Gonzaga is the first team since 2015, by the way, to enter the tournament undefeated. And I'm going to agree with our friend Zach, who has said multiple times they're in a weak conference, and this is why. I'm sorry, I'm going to agree with him. I think of the number 1 seeds, I think they will be one of the first out. So that I will leave with, but we'll see what happens. I don't want to make my predictions yet. We'll make them on Wednesday or Thursday. Stay tuned to our social media pages. We'll have the official update then. Or when we decide on a day, we'll post it on social media. We'll post it in Discord. Be sure to stay tuned. Jason will be with me. You won't have to see me rambling on my own. So, without further delay, we want to thank you guys for watching. Check out our social media. Check out SCN Sports Talk this week. Zach Carmian joined us this week, and that is live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course here on YouTube. So be sure to check that out. Again, we want to thank you for watching, and we will see you back here later this week. And if we don't see you later this week, we will see you on Sunday, or next Sunday, for the SCN Sports Talk episode number 11. Till then, goodbye everyone.